10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
И когда ей нечем выжигать ману, но тем не менее, ей обычно нужен какой-то подбаф. Здесь такого нет.
Что, как и было сказано, похоже, Нави действительно уходит в глубочайший лейт. Так что будем ждать.
Format here of Epicenter. Na'Vi defeating both Secret and Virtus Pro could be eliminated.
The lane you want to go into, but it's still a very strange matchup. Meanwhile, Na'Vi, I do like that they have early game push, they have late game as well. But this is one of the first games I've seen where they just don't really have a Roche taking lineup, which is one of the things. You obviously have the Death Prophet ulti, but outside of that, you don't really have much. And that's good, right? I mean, they're technically losing in their group right now. You got to change something up, and maybe that's it.
Well, yes and no, because again, you look at the couple of losses here for that come to mind, at least for me, for Na'Vi, is these slower cores for Crystallize, specifically with a Morphling, as we just saw in the previous game. Now, not to put all the blame on him by any means, but it really does seem like, it's the draft as a whole, the tempo of Na'Vi feeds around him playing much more of that aggressive core. And Sark, for example, playing a Medusa this time around, this is not a hero you should expect to get online early. She'll obviously want to sit back, get plenty of farm. So that would be my biggest concern, if anything, if I'm a Na'Vi fan here. But they could be having first blood as King RD. Now, it looks like he'll get away, but some clear interaction there at the bottom bounty rune.
I like that. Immediately, Lil goes off map, so you don't know if he's going back bottom, if he's going to block the creep wave, or he's going to go middle and possibly stun out the Lina. But he's just going to secure the off lane as every Earthshaker does, so not the biggest surprise there. Middle lane, obviously, DP versus Lina. Both have decent range, but just that Spirit Siphon not able to just go on to Weeha is going to be very nice for him, obviously. But you're still scared, right? Earthshaker one block, it's going to be a kill.
Yeah, I mean, they were confident with that Lina pick for good reason, as you're talking about. Speaking of Earthshaker, though, that was the final overall pick of Na'Vi. So it's a lot of pressure, I feel like, and not that he can't handle it, but Lil is going to be on his hands, you know, with that final pick Earthshaker. Bottom lane, General's trying to juke out of here, but the magic missile eventually hits. He obviously doesn't have a barrel strike now for 5 more seconds. I don't think he's getting out of this one. He's going to try to hug the trees, but it's just too much damage. HFN gets that first blood. As a result, that's not good if you're Na'Vi.
Yeah, I think the biggest... I love how we've gone from, in Dota 1, you dumb kill-stealing noob kind of thing, and then we moved over to like, oh, we're not doing that.
Make sure the core gets it.
Make sure the core always gets it. Now, we've definitely gone full circle from that.
Dota 1, what is that? I haven't heard of that game.
Neither is the panel, apparently, but...
Oh, Han I have, though, anyways, 2-minute runes coming up here, of course, for either side. But, yeah, something else we also were noticing, shout out to Nahaz, busting out some stats, and especially off of that performance as well, really reminding the community that HFN, in terms of Dota Pro Circuit, you know, qualifiers and everything, he's one of the most efficient farmers on the scene, and he's up there with Ramses and Miracle, for example. So we really shouldn't be surprised.
We shouldn't. I wasn't.
Yeah, you weren't.
I wasn't.
That's for sure.
But, you know, South American scene is still a very underrepresented scene, obviously, and the DPC's done a good job of bringing Pain, Infamous as well. Pepita had some big standout performances, but you already see 1K lead here for Pain. Dendi going up against Weeha, pretty even right here. And this is about how it should be. Lina should always be a little bit up on the...
Yeah, so the cores of Na'Vi finding themselves a little bit behind of the opposition core. Tavo, meanwhile, seems like he's been able to get some pulls off pretty effectively. Yes, he's taking good harassment from LeBron, but he's staying alive in the end. He doesn't have regen on him currently.
Doesn't go for it.
No, that would have been, I don't want to say too risky. Well, maybe, because, yeah, King RD is rotating in. That's a clip, so... And see ya. Just disappears.
That's big. Now you know he can't defend middle, right? Like, you can just go on him right here like they're going to, and you know Rubik cannot reactively TP anywhere to save anymore, so Weeha's gonna have to play a little more defensively this wave and the next wave even.
Yeah, I don't know if he didn't think he just didn't have Glimpse, you know, maybe got kinetic field at level 2, but he took that risk in the end, gets Glimpse back, and we'll have to wait a bit before the TP comes back, of course.
just means your middle has to play safer. He's going to go down. That's what you see. Little is already just sitting around middle.
He's been hugging it for a while.
So he's just going to go farm with the stacks up.
The fiery soul, he's falling back right now. He's actually just gonna go all the way back, it looks like. Okay.
I think that's fine. You don't have the TP. A possibility to get a kill right here.
General walking away. The Brawl Strike, of course, just used. Help him out. Gonna hug some more trees.
That's fake.
Auto attacks out. There is the lift and the ultimate easy kill. Duster taking credit. So 2-0 now. General, he's clearly having some issues at that bottom lane.
You know, I wonder if they weren't expecting a tri-lane. That's the biggest thing. Obviously, you know, Darkseer, we've been seeing pull, but we have seen a couple of tri-lanes here, but not many. Pain especially likes running the 2-1-2s, and this is the first game they've really run the 3-1-1.
Yeah.
I think it might have thrown Navi a little off guard, but DP now in the lead here, and you see they're just securing Dendy's farm. Lil still level 1, just sitting here, knows I get the block on that ramp, it's going to be a kill.
Look at Wee's positioning. There's even a ping that came out of this area. Of course, he has his own ward down, so King RG's just charging on over like, I'm here to defend now. And he's going to scout it out, actually. Oh, well, okay, I guess they didn't realize how many people were here, because all of a sudden they're going to collapse on him, King RD. Playing it safe, though. Actually has another TP coming in from Vengeful Spirit, and it's going to be Pain trying to make the play. Nice job with the stun as the glimpse connects, so no LSA coming out, King RD. He's still tanky, though. I mean, he's going to survive and actually set up the turn kill on Disruptor. Get killed by the Ancients. Yes, well played by King RD right there.
Good move right there. They know Little's just sitting around middle. They don't have to TP, right? They can just run there, so they still have more pressure on the map. Dendy's still doing a good job farming, as well as Crystallize. Only 7 denies, but I mean, it's hard to deny creeps when Darkseer just keeps pulling him past your tower, so
It's annoying.
yep.
Good
Look at
for us
this.
in there. Tavo might be in trouble now. Of course, if he tries to
Can't TP,
TP,
yeah.
then that's not happening, so he's just going to distract as long as possible, just using a surge there, and it's safe to say a bit of space created from Tavo, and yes, he is going to die in the end, but again, took a while. Meanwhile, General bottom lane, same story, different time. T2 goes down.
This is so scary. HFN 32-18, as well as having those kills. You do have Crystallize, but like we were talking about, Luna definitely comes online a lot earlier than Medusa. And not only that, it's just that aura. I can't help but say it. You just have, it turns in, this Rubik can even right-click, can help you push towers with that aura.
Luna especially.
Yeah, and Medusa, I mean, Medusa doesn't give anything to your team, really.
Yeah, no, they definitely have auras plenty, not only Luna, but of course you got the Vengeful. You have, I'm guessing, going to be Helm of the Dominator coming out on Darkseer. Saw the headdress on him earlier, looking beautiful already, so well on his way.
But you're still fine if you're Navi. You're down 2K, but your Death Prophet is getting farmed. Crystallize on that Medusa is getting farmed as well. You just can't get run over in the next 5 minutes.
Middle lane, Dendy. There, speaking of, that Laguna Blade to the face of Siphon's coming out, though. Dendy, it's not enough. Just too much auto attack damage. Trying his best right there, but the Invis Rubik clearly coming into play, setting up the LSA.
Nice frog, I guess. No uphill. 3 attacks he could have uphill missed there on the Lina, and probably would have saved him if just any of those missed, and they just did.
That much more life back as a result, you're right.
But now I like this. They're just stacking, Crystallize farming up with the Snake as well as Split Shot. Yeah, this game's a lot on Crystallize, and he's doing a good job. Just like HFN last game, right? Like, you saw Pain was getting run over, but HFN was still farming. Right here, Navi's kind of getting run over, but Crystallize is still farming.
Glimpse. No, LeBron cannot get close enough. His Darkseer will surge away. Of course, no vacuum yet. Pretty standard stuff. General. Oh, he did not know Ventral's nearby, although, I mean, I don't know how you don't know Ventral's nearby. He's basically been in that area for a while, but clearly he was overstepping his boundaries there.
And this is the scary thing. It's not just that these heroes are dying. It's that they're dying to HFN. In the last game, when heroes were dying, they weren't really dying to Crystallize on the Morph lane. They were dying to support.
Uh-oh.
But there's the block.
Yeah, Lena middle lane in trouble
kill.
himself. 2 TPs coming, and they really want to make sure they have this kill. Guys, I think you got it. General, big part of that too. And Dendy will indeed get the last hit. So, yeah, all we all can do is basically, okay, you got me, guys, so be it.
Yeah, man, I like how Duster was one who says space created on the 5 position. He's like, thank you.
Thank you, I'll take this farm now.
Yep.
All mine.
And you do see, this is what we're talking, this is what the panel is talking about, I should say. Mystic Snake versus this Darkseer. You can push around a wave so much, and you have to Ion Shell the enemy creeps, which you usually don't want to do.
Yeah, not the most ideal strategy. He does have the Helm on the Dominator, though. He's taking use of that, currently a Centaur. And, of course, throwing the Ion Shell on him. I also noticed he actually had a Vanguard queued up. Now, Vanguard into a Crimson Guard this game does sound pretty strong.
Especially up against that Medusa, if you are going to want to fight early there.
Whoa.
Now, I believe that's just hopefully us, but It is going to be Luna just continuing to farm bottom here, as well as the jungle, as well as the creeps.
I cannot cast off of this. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, there we go. Jesus. I don't know if you guys were seeing that or not, but something was going on funky with our monitors. Anywho, looks like we're good now. 2,000 net worth though, lead for paiNGaming as Sand King, again, trying to recover. He already has the 4 deaths on this part of Na'Vi, so General, he's been playing much more of these very aggressive initiation-heavy offlaners, hasn't he? A lot of Slaughter comes to mind.
Yep, Slaughter as well. You just want to get those, you want to get that early farm. The problem is he's not getting the early farm, right? We saw a 13-minute Treads Blink Dagger on one of his Slaughters. In this game, HFN is just punishing him, and I can't believe he's 400 up. I mean, it's pretty much a free farming Medusa, who did have to last in under the tower early, which hurts, but man, as you said, the efficiency farming from HFN is so good. But
those stacks looking good on the dire side, meanwhile, for Na'Vi. I saw that we were going through some of that, and Medusa is definitely going to be loving those.
Yeah, I still think Na'Vi, I mean, this isn't the best star form, but they're still in a very good position here. Medusa is only 300 down. DP still 4th, so I mean, you see the net worth chart. DP's in a fine position. They just have to take towers. With the first ulti, you want to like maybe win a team fight and take a tier 1.
This does feel like one of those interesting games where both teams wouldn't mind if the game, you know, kind of plays out a little bit longer, right? Because you got, you know, Luna versus Medusa specifically, but the teams as a whole, you know, this game could potentially go a long time. It also could go quickly, though, if that momentum kicks in. I think more so on the Radiant side.
Yeah, even dire, though. Just Ghost plus Medusa. I mean, with that Mask of Madness, you increase your damage so quickly, and look at that, passes the Luna now because of all those stacks, and that's what you need to do. But HFN, quick rotation top.
Yeah, LeBron has no clue about this. A lift into the easy kill. Lil's nearby, but just does it a fissure, and all they can do is just run away. So that's going to be a tier 1 tower kill.
Yeah, because they cancel the TP as well, so they know 2 people can't get up there, and they know the Earthshaker. I mean, it's an Earthshaker. All he does early game is throw out these stuns, and you're not effective versus a 3-man pushing lineup.
So another panel was kind of talking about, I think it's Capital was mentioning about the idea of the Darkseer, maybe not being the biggest fan of it in the end as the drafts played out, but what is the weakness of a Darkseer? Why was it maybe not the greatest? The matchup, I know, wasn't great, but
what does he really do in these early pushes, right?
Yeah.
He's level 6, he went to 0-3-3 build. It's not like he provides anything in this team fight. That's why you see him pushing. He's gonna be like pushing out bottom and stuff. Duster's doing right now, but initiation coming.
Na'Vi wants to fight this. Silence in the back lines.
The Ghost.
Dendi pops the Exorcism. Tava looking around, but they're turning with the Eclipse. Actually bounces over to Creeper. Once again, Duster coming in with a magic missile. They will finish off Dendi. He overstepped big time on his part. Static Storm not going to really keep them in place. Crystallize trying to man up right here. He does not have his Scream, actually. Not enough mana for it. That mana's draining away. Will pop the one in the last second, but she goes down. She takes out 2 with her, but that's a double kill. Well, I guess coming up for Crystallize, but HFN, he stays alive throughout. That went beautiful for paiNGaming.
Yeah, that was pretty good for paiNGaming. He did get the double kill, and the problem is General was pushing bottom that whole time. So overall, I would say it was pretty even, if actually not in Na'Vi's favor. The problem is, if HFN maybe had a little more HP, could push that tier 2, but it's more like, what do you do after those kills we always talk about, right? In General, manages to get a tower bottom, so a surprisingly decent fight for Na'Vi, maybe when it shouldn't have been, just because of General's heads-up play pushing bottom.
The only reason to be fit is because of that, the split shot, of course, and the fact that Medusa was able to take 2 with her eventually before she went down. But it really just felt kind of awkward altogether from Na'Vi. That, again, Dendi kind of went on his own. They were clearly cut off on another angle, so kind of a funky choice of initiating the team fight. But you are right, considering that Na'Vi actually wasn't too bad in terms of the long run, and I gotta think General, that made up a lot of space for him.
Yeah, we talk about item timings on carries a lot of the time. It's gonna be all about this Blink Dagger on sinking. Once you get that, you actually have initiation, but no Dendi.
He's dead.
Oh my god, that damage. That's an early medallion, I believe, on Duster, who never gets that much farm, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's huge. That with the enhanced damage from the yards and everything. Meanwhile, General trying to make the big play, and he will. He gets out of there, actually. 2-man stun.
King RD does have Burrow Strike now, though, so you're a little bit scared.
That's true. We've talked about that. That's probably, you know, one of the best abilities to steal in general.
Fisher, that's 2 of them on the other side. Fisher and that
an exorcism, to be fair, but
We'll see if that comes into play. But yeah, the basic ability is Fissure and Barrel Strike, no doubt very strong. You see what paiN's doing too. They're kind of split pushing in a sense already. HFN, it's not often you see a core Luna just pushing up to a tier 2 tower this early on, but he's confident.
And it's all, he has the Venge behind him, right? That's all that matters. As long as his Venge is behind him, he's confident doing that. Duster's like, you know what? I'll give my life for you. That's it. Just keep pushing, keep farming. My life is yours, my friend.
That seems like Duster's, he doesn't mind playing those kind of supports. We've seen him on the Dazzle plenty, of course, and Vengeful, the ultimate sacrificial lamb, as I like to say.
Yep, and this is the big thing. It's paiN's warding. You see bottom by the shrine. They have one scouting out those ancients. They continue pressuring top. They're just pressuring all over the map, and because General went for the treads instead of Brown Boots Blink Dagger, they just don't have pressure on the map yet until he gets Blink Dagger.
Yeah, you see that medallion there on Duster, as you mentioned earlier. Navi's moving in as a team. There's 4 of them. Duster's gonna spot them, and here we go. That's the whole. Basically, he's playing a ward for Luna, who then falls back and is gonna kill the Satyr before she actually runs away. The same build as last game, by the way. We see on her. Yule's finished on Weehaw too.
Gosh, BKB so good versus all these stuns. Uh-oh, Lil. It was nighttime.
Lucky for him. So, but now they spot him. Weed turning around. Now they're going to go for him. Hits the Fissure as the LSA comes out. They're going to blade in the face. Lil will fall to the final auto attack, but now Crystallize is here. Does have a scream if necessary. The mana's burning away. The wall goes down. The silence is up, though, from Death Prophet. As General is just going to head to that sand, so they did pick off away by now. HFN is here. The Sonic starts knocking him, really did enough. The Glaze bouncing around. Double kill for King RD, actually, but HFN just simply gets their lane and just starts running after them. As a result, General now gets scouted. The wave of terror. They have a swap. Will it come into play? Might not even be necessary. Magic Missile, the stolen Burrow Strike again. And paiNGaming, their biggest lead of the game now, 6,000 net worth.
Is it going to be? I mean, this game more than last game, it was HFN's like good farming. His team dying around him, but he's farming well. This game, it's more about the supports making space for him, just like you see right there. Not even his supports, right? His Lina and Darkseer just did that for him, and you're completely okay with that. We were talking about how Crystallize was even 200 gold net worth up. He's now 2,000 gold down on HFN.
That's not good.
Oh, and he went, okay. They want to snowball. He goes for this full S and Y instead of the BKB this time. Honestly, I don't really like that. I know he's doing a really good job, but I just think getting that BKB, especially against
this is a great
Sand King
BKB
Shaker, yeah, I'm a little bit nervous about that, obviously, but
he's still going for it, right? He does have another Ogre Club at least queued up and everything, but
I mean, this is how he got to where he is. He's a very cocky player, and I don't mean that disrespectfully. He is, and he shows it. He's a very good player, obviously.
Of course.
But now, General has to make space on the map, and they don't have wards in anywhere on the Radiant side. I think that's the biggest downfall for Na'Vi right now. They're gonna smoke up.
I think they were seen though, because they got pinged immediately. There's a there is a ward there in that area, it looks like. So yeah, they've already TP'd out. paiNGaming is like, all right, we'll just TP bottom lane. We're gonna push tier 1 down here. So Na'Vi is on a mission that's gonna lead nowhere. That's a Medusa that's not getting farm in the meantime. And bottom lane, there goes Fear Shaker.
He is not going to have a blink. He's trying, right? This is what we saw when Little is successful. He's playing that Leshrac, getting a ton of farm. I think even Red Eye was talking about it. He played that extra core, and right now, he's just so far behind. You can't farm as an Earthshaker.
Big chance. This is an opening for Na'Vi. They can get a huge epicenter, but King RD so close. He's going to see him, actually. So much for that. The plans are foiled.
You could tell both of them were looking like in the lane, not on their own hero, because both of them had a chance to either stun or grab each other, and sometimes you just struggle a little bit there, but
looking somewhere else.
Has the Burrow Strike still. He's most likely going to keep in. There you see Vanguard finally picked up on the Darkseer. It's just mostly about the Crimson Guard.
Lina gonna take a farm in the Ancients. Luna, meanwhile, farming more of a jungle with that. Duster literally just following around HFN. That is his mission, is I'm here to save you if need be.
And the funniest part, like, you don't even feel bad about that because you're getting experience, right? You're still in experience range. So it's not like you're falling complete. You're not getting any gold, really, but you're getting plenty of experience, The
fact that he's got a medallion is insane in itself.
Especially for Duster,
This early on. Medusa, she building along. We saw the Mask of Madness and the Dragonlance, so makes sense to you.
A little bit slower build, right? Because you go the Dragonlance, it helps you farm and lane. You don't feel as scared, but without the Yasha, you don't really farm as quickly. He's going for the full Hurricane Pike.
And then the Ice Scotty after. Pretty typical, I feel.
Tanky-ish. I still like the casual Yasha. That's one of the heroes I really like it on.
Okay.
Top lane, you will just now picked up on Dendi. That's 18 minutes, a little bit late, but you now have teamfight, right? They initiate on. If they try to blow everything on you and you get the Yules off with your ghosts out, that buys 3-4 seconds. Everyone can rotate in. It's slow farm, but it's still a game-changing item on someone like a Death Prophet.
Na'Vi trying to use Dendi as bait, but paiN's not having any of it. They once again, it's like they just, it just feels like paiN just knows what Navi's doing at all times. We saw the smoke play earlier that completely was foiled, and we see right there that they kind of protect their Death Prophet at the top now. We see Weehaw making a move up there, as they say that, but just gonna farm, push it out, and they're spread out for now. So of course Roshan is up, and that's always a potential too. Here, so he's almost got the BKB.
I think you get BKB. That's why they're setting up right now, right? He's gonna have BKB after he farms one more wave down here, and then maybe a couple jungle camps. He possibly could just TP up there, and they can take Roshan. How are you gonna contest that? BKB plus level 2 Luna ulti. It's a 99% chance you can. Yeah, exactly. Like that 1% would have to be a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah, completely somehow catch her without using it, just by herself. Yeah, it's a tough play, but. He continues to farm, you know, similar strategy as last game. It was HFN that's the one that ultimately took over as a carry, as you expect, but just like on the TA, he's actually farming himself pretty well.
Yep, and he has BKB actually. He just bought a full BKB on Lina. Yep.
Oh wow,
Lina
so they both have one now. There you go. Look at that.
Look at that timing. Free 20-minute timing on BKBs. That's so scary. Are they? Yep, BKBs in the Roche. Can't contest. You absolutely cannot.
And Navi, the question is, will they?
I don't think they have time to. Look at how quick that is.
Wow, that is insanely fast.
They have that early down on Duster.
Holy crap, you're right. Okay, well, there's an Aegis, and they're just going to smoke. God, they're just moving like clockwork right now.
Another item. You have the Crimson Guard, so it's a little bit better versus that Medusa. They want to look for a kill, but if not, obviously you see top lane pushed in, they can just go for that.
Timing seems so perfect from paiNGaming. Will it play out for them in the backlines? Luna gonna be exposed. They're jumping on somebody. They're trying to at least. Medusa's way back there. Earthshaker gets caught. Luna trying to finish the job. There's the swap from Duster. Again, they were pretty far in here. Weed throws up.
Nice silence.
Heals on to LeBron. Pops a BKB for this. Missed the LSA. LeBron doing what he can to survive. It's not gonna be enough, however. paiN got, you know, they really went in there and only got a disruptor out of it.
Yep, and a tier 2.
Well, that's
so not too bad. That was a really nice silence from Dendy. It hit on the Lina, forcing him to cast BKB.
That's
so
why he did, okay.
They are going to get the tier 2 top, and Navi can't really defend, but because that BKB is popped by Lina, they can't really siege uphill quite yet, I don't think. There's a double damage top lane, though, so.
Ooh, look at that fancy. All right, cool. Double damage top lane. We'll see if they pick that up or not, or no vision on it, though, as we saw.
Even if they do, what do? You run back to get it to push it. I think you just push tier 3 and get back. I mean, if they want to play crazy, they can. I would suggest against it, but you know, I used to be, I was one of the, I remember when I first started casting, I was like, man, I just push uphill every time, take the risk every time. But nowadays, boring. I'm like, you know what? More than likely, correct play is almost always defensively. So
you're getting a little bit older, Grant.
Yep,
that's what happens. Maturity's trying to kick in more and more. You know.
Good. Needed it.
About time.
Needed age to kick me in the ass. But Lil is gonna get a blink dagger shortly, 100 gold off. Unless he dies here, that would be bad. This is one of those times. Maybe you just get the 1 gold a second, sit back somewhere.
That's where Navi could try to make a play for sure. But Darkseer, yeah, this is a beefy Darkseer. That Crimson Guard finish as mentioned, the Helm of Dominator, as well picked up. You see that's Medusa's actually just going to TP out.
And I like this. He's going for Hood next. You're just getting all the complementary items for your team. You know, you don't have to do anything but hit. You know, hit pipe, hit Crimson Guard. You've done your job. You don't even have to cast a wall in this game. Your team does so much damage. That's just the bonus, the cherry on top. There it is. So Blink Dagger up on Sand King and Earthshaker. Now, they definitely have that initial burst of damage. The problem is, if HFN's frontlining, he has an Aegis. What are you going to do, burn it all on that? That's the scary part. Yeah, and the swap, as you said.
So here we go, looking to perhaps get some damage on the tier 3. Everyone is here for the rating side at least, and the early Pearl strike on Luna. But Kinetic Field a little too late, and there's Lina sitting at a distance.
Okay, he's looks like he's going. He has the Dragon Lance actually flying out on Chicken. That's when Lina can outrange the tower, and you don't just need HFN going crazy.
Tapo up there, as we mentioned. He's not too afraid, and that's not the target you really want to jump on if you're Na'Vi, so he's abusing that fact, really. Tier 3 tower, it's still alive, but not much life left. There's the Dragon Lance delivered, as mentioned. So
I wouldn't be surprised you don't really commit for this tier 3. You're gonna get it, and then you just go back and get shrines. There's no reason to commit for Arax here, unless maybe General overcommits a little.
If obviously they force a fight, then you're gonna have to, but get the tier 3 backup would be the ideal play for paiN, I would assume. There you go. As I say that, HFN is going YOLO. They want Medusa. The mana's gone, actually. The back there's the Echo Save comes out as well as the Pearl
strike, the kinetic field static storm on top of that. The stolen Echo Slam going to be used by Rubik there, and they burst down to Death Prophet in the midst of the fight. It's already a buyback from Medusa as well. Triple kill coming out. There's that Stone Gaze, but it just doesn't matter. Medusa, this would be a tieback, and this could be the beginning of the end if it doesn't work out for them. The Aegis pop on Luna, however, so she's going to have to resurrect. As Yankee goes down for a tieback, they do kill Medusa for that tieback. Death Prophet in trouble. GG, well played is called. paiNGaming is moving on, and Na'Vi is not.
And this, I mean, it was tough for Na'Vi there, but they had a few openings there, but it felt like you saw that, right? They were roaming around as 4, chasing some people, trying to get some kills. They never found him. Great warding. I'm not sure who